What up? It's your boy John Ivy here once again with the 35 Principles on the Road to Redemption by James Adam Ivy Jr. And we are on principle number 29. Can y'all believe it? Principle 29. It seems like I just started this. But hey, check my new specs out. What y'all think? I went through with a new color blue. Just trying something new. You know what I'm saying? But check it out. Follow your foundation. This is principle number 29. It's a long chapter, so I'm going to have to kind of paraphrase it. But he's basically going into talking about how when my mother and father were starting a family, the house that they were living in was too small. They didn't have the amenities that my mother was used to. You know, growing up in East St. Louis, my father was an up-and-coming minister. They had 4 children. I wasn't born yet. So in 1975. And, you know, my dad decides to start building his own house on the piece of land that I think his sister owned at the time. And the project took over 2 years, but they financed it themselves. They built it, and it had all the amenities that my mother needed to raise a healthy household. Along the way, I remember my mom telling me that, you know, people were talking about it, saying that the house was too big and they need all that space and blah, blah, blah. But my grandfather was telling him, look, you see that man going down the road? That man knows where he's going. You don't know where he's going, but he knows where he's going. He was like, you continue to build this house for you and your family because you know what you need. They don't know what you need. And that encouraged my father to keep building the house. And the first house I ever lived in, that I was born in, 5408 Russell, in Centerville. But that's what happened. So he said, follow your foundation. You know what you need. You know what you need. You know the path that God has set out for you. You know the amenities and provisions that God has promised you and the ones that you need that you've been praying for. Don't worry about what other people think is too big, too small, too this, too that. They don't know what you need. You know what you need. So follow your step, follow your foundation. You built the foundation, you follow it. Or rather, you built the foundation, you stand on it now because you know what you need. And he ended it with a quote. Hold on one second. And this is the quote. It is not the beauty of the building you should look at. It is the construction of the foundation that will stand the test of time. And that is true. It's about the foundation. Don't build your house on shaky ground. You know, build it on solid ground. Truth, value, morals. Stand upright. Never give up. Let's get it.